What's up, ladies and gentlemen? Happy freaking New Year. This is Black Ramen Podcast. I myself, chat. First of all, let me apologize. We've been on hiatus for a minute. Coronavirus been beating us really, really bad. We've been staying outside and it's cold like a bitch outside. When I say cold, I mean really, 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 really cold. You could put a Haagen-Dazs pint outside in front of your door and it will still be cold. Freezer burn, but it'll still be cold. So I myself, Chatty Patty, aka Madam Straw Hat, and I have with me two beautiful people. I miss y'all too. What's up? Happy New Year to y'all. Come on, introduce yourselves.
Hey. This is Sleepy Bree. New year, but same me, because you don't got to change the classics, everyone, right? Woo! So we are ready to start with a brand new season, brand new year. But, just so you know, there's still going to be a few things from last year we'll have to carry over into the new one. King's Ranking. Watch it.
What's up, guys? This is Derby, aka Sexual Chocolate. Just like Patty said, we've been away because, people got families and shit to visit. That's really what happened.
True.
New season of Black Ramen. We're excited for all the new anime. Well, a lot of new anime anyway. But yeah, let's get into it.
It's a new year, new me, new time to talk shit. So, ladies and gentlemen, right now we're about to pull up what our winter anime selections are, what we have high hopes for, and what we think is shit. So, Bree.
Can I start? I'm going to start. Okay,
Yes.
guys. You know me by now, and if you don't, you got to go back a few episodes, because you know I am the Fujoshi BL queen, and we have a great new BL this season. And if you think you know what I'm about to say, you are wrong. Because my ultimate favorite, I'm loving the hell out of it right now, BL of the season, is a little thing called Fantasy Bishoujo. Yeah, y'all thought I was going to say Sasaki and Miano, but
nah. Go ahead and say the full title so people know what
I'm
you
going
stole
to.
from me.
Please.
So guys, if you want to check this one out, it's called Fantasy Bishoujo Jiniku Oji-santo. And translated, you can find this on Crunchyroll. The name is Life with an Ordinary Guy Who Reincarnated into a Total Fantasy Knockout. So if this sounds like an isekai Derby should be talking about, you are absolutely right. Derby at first claimed it, but I said, nah, back off trick, this is mine. So,
Back off trick.
on the surface level, the basic premise of this one is so hilarious. It's just a basic isekai. Two middle-aged salarymen dudes hanging out one night, get drunk, after a mixer where one tries to get a date. And so, passed out, drunk on the ground, he starts shouting, "Gosh, damn it! I wish I was just a hot chick, just a hot blonde bombshell. I'd get all the guys. I wouldn't have to deal with this being a middle-aged dude that no one's wants." So, of course, the isekai goddess hears it and's like, "Alright, bet." Boom. Isekai'd, and there they are, in a new world. Except here's the thing. The homie came with the now hot chick old guy. And the homie is pissed. Not for the reason you think, oh no, we're isekai'd. He's pissed because he hates women and loved hanging out with his best bro. In fact, for the past decades, he had been a little bit sabotaging his best bro's dates. He was like, no, I just want to live a happy life with me and my bro. So, when his now bro is turned into a chick, he's pissed. He demands that the goddess change him back. I'm not about that. The best bro is like, being a girl kind of sucks. I'm worried about this whole demon lord thing. So the goddess is sick of them being ungrateful because the drunk guy asked for it in the first place and says, you know what? No. Boom. Y'all are cursed. Go defeat the demon lord. Fuck off. Bye. But now, the thing is, they're not sure what this curse does. It's hilarious because the one who's still a guy thinks, oh my god, did that goddess make me think my best bro is now hot as a girl? But I don't like girls, but he's kind of hot. The other one thinks, wow, I'm getting those doki dokis about my other bro there. Oh no, did the goddess curse me to love him? But wait, I can't ask him, because if the goddess didn't curse me to love him, then doesn't that mean I love him? So,
you want the demon, sir?
Love is
no,
war.
this is not technically a BL, but it is just so freaking hilarious and funny and ridiculous, because both of their interactions are pure stupidity. And it's just isekai nonsense at its finest with good art, fun animation, bright colors. And I'm really looking forward to where this is going.
What studio is doing this, Brie?
The studio in charge of this is OLM. I don't know OLM that much, but they are also doing stuff like, oh shit, I feel wrong. They did Odd
no,
Taxi.
this is their. They did Odd Taxi.
Yeah, they did Odd Taxi. They did Comey, Restaurant to Another World.
Really?
Ooh,
Because
geez.
I'm looking
OLM?
at them right now. It looks like this is their first project.
It's this team's first project.
Okay, gotcha.
That
Gotcha.
explains a lot. But yeah, it's a lot of fun, guys. I'd recommend it. So, as we
least
said,
as
there's
far
some
as
things we're
Matt
looking
is
forward to and some things that we're not as much looking forward to. So, we don't normally dump on things, but just as a mini heads up if you're going to be watching this, personally, the anime we all thought I would be talking about, Sasaki and Miano, I wasn't thrilled with the first episode. But of course, I'm willing to say that is purely my opinion. It seemed good. I know it's a very popular series. It's just that I loved Sasaki a lot. He was great. He was sweet. But Miano was a little bit of an annoying asshole. Again, that's purely my opinion, and I know my opinion's like very, very biased in this case. But basically, that one is a rom-com about a fudanshi, that is a boy who's into BL, and a guy who starts getting a crush on the boy who's into BL. So it's a very cute, simple, slice of life rom-com premise. I just didn't like Miano because I found him a little bit annoying. That's all for me. Patty, what are you looking at this season?
Hold on. Let me see the studio that did the. Oh, Studio Dean. Is it Studio Dean that did the last anime you were talking about? Yes, they do a
Studio
lot of
Dean.
East. Oh, okay, they do. They did Fate State Night, one of the Fate State Night series. Oh, they did Konosuba. Wow. Okay. Oh, wow. All right.
I think
That's
they were
why I look
also
pretty.
responsible for Sailor Moon Eternals. They had I
Which
think
explains the flowers
Seven
in the
Deadly
cover art.
Sins movie or OVA.
Okay.
But yeah,
All right.
they're pretty established. They've been around.
All right. I'm definitely gonna check it out. This seems very intriguing. All
Yeah.
right. Both of them do, as a matter of fact.
Again, I'm not thrilled with Sasaki and Miano, but I'm gonna watch a few more just to see if I like it more. Because in rom-coms, you just really have to like both parties, and I don't.
Okay. But it literally says boys love in here. So,
Well, yeah, Sasaki and Miano.
Yeah.
Miano definitely is. It was a really well-known BL series. So a lot of people have a lot of love for it. Therefore, I know my opinion is a little bit biased when I watch it and say, I don't get it.
Got you. Got you.
Daily Life of Fudanshi did it better.
See? Coming from
I
the
love
expert
that. That was
herself,
good.
ladies and gentlemen. Coming
Because
from the
him, not me,
expert
did it
herself.
better. It's just anytime you're going to have a Fujoshi or Fudanshi main character, I always scrutinize it so closely because I look and say, that's a little weird. Ooh, that's a little something. So I did not like the representation of the Fu community from the first episode. That's really all it is.
You see, ladies and gentlemen, nobody can be more queerer than Brie right now, because when I tell you her definition of proper representation goes to the T, no dots left undotted, no T's left uncrossed. She'll make sure that the representation is there. I appreciate Brie for that. Thank you, Brie. Everybody from the Alphabet Mafia appreciate you. Round of applause.
Are we allowed to say that?
The Alphabet Mafia, yeah, we can. The
feel like it sounds
LGBTQ.
cool.
That's very
It
cool.
does
They
sound cool.
Yeah. Come on. Alphabet Mafia. Come on, son. Love it. Love it. For me, I'm gonna tell you right now, this season has been mid. There's nothing here that I was looking forward to except for Attack on Titan. Ladies and gentlemen, if you don't know this, if you're not watching this on YouTube, Brie gifted me this beautiful Attack on Titan sweater. It's the Wings of Freedom. And I just put this on by random. I wasn't really thinking about, what we were going to talk about. I wanted to be warm.
Lies.
And
Slander.
this is
We're recording on a Sunday. She knew what she did.
Yeah, I did. This is a light flex brought to you by Chatty Patty from the Black Mama Podcast.
That's right.
Also,
own your flex, right? Own it.
On the flex. Also, I
Own
just
the
want to say,
flex.
Brie, thank you again for this sweater. Hold on, everybody,
welcome.
ladies and gentlemen. Everybody salute. This season has definitely came in with a banger. The first episode of Attack on Titan has definitely had us just like awe. Well, I know it had me in awe. I love that episode. The fact that we got to hear like the Titans actually talk, the chosen Titans actually speak in their Titan form with the raspy voice, I'm all for it. And the fact that Aaron, first of all, who told you to be this sexy being a Titan? I have no idea that you could sit there and run with the muscles just flexing. Like,
I refuse. I refuse to simp for any of that. If y'all listening, you know I hate Aaron to the depths of my freaking soul. I
still like his body.
despise Aaron. So I'm really pissed with this current thing. Like, maybe Aaron thought all that. No, screw you. Aaron was right all along. No, your mama needs to give you a spanking. Shut up.
Whoa,
if she was still alive. If she was still alive.
No one's saying Aaron was right all along. Aaron is right now.
I mean,
we're not getting into this right now. We'll have to do an extra noodles at some point. But I refuse. I can't. I don't have it in my soul. I gotta mentally prep myself for the episode tonight.
Listen, we all have these dudes. A nigga could be wrong all day long, but he could still look fine while he's wrong. When I tell you, I've never been attracted to ankles before, but this man's ankles when he's running towards, what's his name, Rhino, when he's about to fuck him up, and he was running outside.
Some Victorian age dude.
Yo, I listen.
Yo, ankles, man.
Them ankles.
So just to be clear, you're not simping for Aaron. You're simping for the Attack Titan specifically.
Oh yeah, all of that. Muscles, flexing, body meat, all that. The ass cheeks. Oh my God. First of all, let me tell Mappa. A lot of ass cheeks in that episode. A lot of ass cheeks. Let me tell you something, Mappa. Thank you very much for paying attention to detail. Because the way those muscles contract while he's running, and I was like, yo.
I thought you was talking about Zeke's.
Now, Zeke has a good physique. Yeah, that's what his name is not Zeke no more. His name is Fuzzeek.
Zeke was always short for that. I get it.
He was looking good. But yeah, it took me a minute to find something this season I'm gonna be like, this is something I'm looking forward to. This is something that's popping, and it really didn't do anything for me this winter. Not in the least bit. I mean, there was a couple of animes that was here and there that was really good, but you know, we'll save that for our ramen packet for this episode. But yeah, I'm looking through this and everything just mid. I think everybody was tired and was like, let's do something light. And
it's winter, it's cold.
You know what I mean? And then you know, Demon Slayer is being Demon Slayer, you know, doing what they do. But I feel like I think you have to be cautious, because remember, when you have an anime and you're releasing it on the same season as other animes, sometimes it gets overshined. Like I'm talking about like top tier animes, like saying for instance, like highly requested, highly demand Demon Slayer and Attack on Titan. Do you think you would release your baby out right now? Will it get enough shine? Because not a lot of titles get enough shine if it's overpowered by other animes that everybody was anticipating. Right. You get what I'm saying? Especially if it's a new season, it's a brand new title, it easily can be a hidden gem. And as much as we love hidden gems, not everybody wants to be a hidden gem. Because if I'm nice and flossy, I want everybody to see me. You know what I'm saying? Like, I shouldn't be a secret. Like I said before, ladies and gentlemen, Chatty Patty is a treasure. So I feel like if I'm putting out good titles, good content, I want people to see me. Not to mention, I want to get paid for my shit. Hidden gems don't get paid. Not like that. You know, exposure is everything. So I don't know. Yeah. So what about you, Derbs?
You know, I was robbed by Brie earlier, as you all heard. Isekai is kind of my domain.
Well, I addressed it from one angle.
I found the trailer and let everybody know about this show, and then they were like, "Oh, I love it. I'm taking it for this season." What?
If you want, go ahead. You can talk about from the Isekai angle. I had a very clear angle when I was approaching it. So you say a little bit. Why is it such a great Isekai?
I've done my homework and I found other things to talk about, so it's fine. All right, everyone do go watch that. It's fucking amazing. So my first pick is Akebi's sailor uniform. Now, it does have some weird horny tones that don't need to be horny. Like, I think in episode 1, I know. In episode 1, she sniffs her, like, there's a character who sniffs her nail clippers, and I don't know why. I don't know who that's for, but hey, enjoy if you like it. But the like art quality is impeccable for no reason. Like, it doesn't.
Of course, did you see the toenail clipper? Did you see the toenail
like,
clipper? Why you gotta put so much
like,
detail on
I
that?
honestly saw the
Episode
toenail thing
2?
on TikTok, and I immediately went to watch that show. It was just so beautiful. If you look up Akabe's sailor uniform, toenails, and just watch that 5-second clip, you're like, hot damn.
What is
They didn't
this
need to go that
about?
hard for that, but they did. But wait, first, Derby, tell us,
doesn't.
what is this anime about, if you can even put it into words?
Please.
Honestly, it has nothing to do with the toenail clipper. So, I'm sorry, all of your media efforts, because I'm going against it right now, but it has nothing to do with that. It's exactly what the title is talking about. It's this little girl grows up in a village where she's like the only person in school, and she becomes obsessed with like the sailor uniforms that high schoolers tend to wear in some places. So she makes it into a school her mom used to go to that had that sailor uniform. And then she gets there, and it turns out they changed the uniform, but they make a deal with the principal, and they let her rock the uniform anyway. So her mom makes her own sailor uniform from scratch, which leaves me with a great question that they decided they don't want to answer me, and that's how you gonna watch that every single day? Because you can't just have the one uniform that you wear every single day. But hey, whatever. It's anime. I'm gonna suspend disbelief and just assume she doesn't sweat somehow. But it looks so good for no reason. And yeah, she just wants to make friends. It's pure slice of life with a twist of, it's not even a twist, she just wants to rock a sailor uniform, and she does. That's it. That's the show.
She's a Moonie.
Looks
She's a Sailor Moon.
so good.
And I also
so
add,
good.
it's super cute, and she's kind of accidentally forming a little harem for herself. I fully believe this girl is seducing everyone in her school. Like, starting one by one
she's
with the
definitely
person next to her
pulling
in
on
the
that.
desk, then her other desk mates. She is thoroughly seducing people, and it is so adorable.
She's a
I'm
villainess.
also enjoying all. No, she's not a villain. I mean, I guess kind of
As a
in the
that's
sense
like
that Katarina
Catalina
is
style.
getting the
Yeah,
the
that's
harem.
Catalina style.
But I am loving the side characters. I'm loving the fact that she doesn't have the main character seat in the show. She has like the exact opposite. So I guess the artists have decided they're gonna draw every single face in the classroom. So let's go. So that's my main one. So the other two are just going to be quickly brought up. Tensai OG. I'm not saying the full title. Wait, actually, I should say this full title. But it's an isekai. It's not an isekai. It's just pure fantasy. And I know the English name. It's The Genius Prince's Guide to Raising the Nation Out of Debt. Pretty much, we got a prince. He don't really want to be prince anymore. So he wants to make the nation worthwhile and then sell it off to the highest bidder so he could go retire. Dilemma, he's kind of too smart for his own good, and his nation just keeps doing well. So he's just kind of failing upwards by accident, and it's kind of... So...
He's a real estate agent. No? Yeah, he's an anime real estate agent. No?
Yeah, he's upping the value of his property so that he could try and sell it, but he's making it too valuable, I guess.
Okay.
So yeah. So think of that dude. I think like a few months ago there was somebody who had like $100 million house that he couldn't get off the market. Yeah, that. It's like, you made it too nice. No one can buy it. So that's basically what's happening so far. So he's building his nation up, and it's accidentally working out a little too well. So I'm enjoying that. We'll see how it goes. And then I have one last one, which is Love of Kill, which I'm a little worried that all that happened is I'm getting a little Stockholm syndrome from like Hige Hero and what was that other show that came out like that same season? Like he's chasing like the high schooler who keeps telling him no, but he just keeps chasing her. Fuck, I think it's like It's Too Sick to Call This Love, something along those lines. So I watched those, and this one is like I'm watching it, and I'm like, well, at least they're both adults, and that's the only feeling I'm getting. But there's assassins and bounty hunters, so I'm a little intrigued. The art is not great though. Like they've taken some clear design choices where they're just saying, "I'm not doing it," and fuck you. Like a character doesn't have a mouth, and they're just not drawing it. They don't care. They're just not gonna do it. So yeah, those are my 3 for the season. Mainly Akebi, just for the art quality alone and the cutesy moe stuff. But yeah.
Okay. I see this. All right. Well, let's just be clear, ladies and gentlemen. Just understand this. I can't speak for Bree or Derby. I know every time when I have a selection, when we come back to do our final analysis on the next episode, it's never the first 3 that I pick. Like, we always start off every season. This is the 3 I think is going to be top tier for this season. And then when we come back to do a review after the season's like halfway over, I'm always like, first of all, forget about the list I just gave y'all. Let me just tell you what I watched and what I was clearly wrong. I always end up apologizing for y'all because I know that y'all sat there and took a pencil and was like, okay, so they said this, they said that. Let's check this out. And then y'all clearly wasted your time, because I did, and watching titles that we didn't know was going to be ain't shit. But
you.
Nah, we all knew that the titles I was gonna say later on was like, I don't know why Patty picked this.
Oh, okay.
All right, so yeah, so we know
That's
that.
fair.
So I was just like, okay, cool. But I'm just saying, a little disclaimer on the bottom of the screen. I'm gonna put this every time. Subject to change during the week. So
You know it's true. Sometimes I don't even change my opinion until the season ends. No, dead serious. Last time I saw the first few episodes of Comey, this is great. Then I got bored and was like, it's okay. Then I finished Comey Can't Communicate over this past weekend, and god damn, if that's not one of the best rom-com animes I've ever seen. It's
Emotional
so good.
damage.
It's so good. I'm going to be talking about for the anime awards later. But yeah, it just goes to show, you wait, you can only really fully evaluate something when it's done, because sometimes you go back, sometimes you change your mind, sometimes you get 6 episodes in and say like, you know what, this really ain't shit.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, there's some you can tell right off the bat, like Rusted Armors this season, or X-Arm last year. Like Rusted Armors, I lasted like 30 seconds, and I was like, nope.
Let's say this: eight times out of 10, when we tell you something's bullshit, though, it's really bullshit, though. Like when it comes out with the first episode, and you're like, hold on, we getting all this CGI mad early before the OP drops. Yeah, this is trash. Like, see, there's nothing wrong with CGI, but we just want CGI done right. Blend it in, blending.
Look, honestly, even if you do CGI bad, as long as you can hook me with a decent story or premise early on.
Not everything could be Ajin. Not everything could be Ajin, Derby.
Not everything can be Ajin.
I can survive crappy animation.
Ajin looked fine.
I can survive crappy animation if the story's just that good. Like, Dukin is made kind of ugly.
Exactly.
The art style's cool, but the animation sucks. Backstreet
The
dolls
story
or
carries
Goku
it.
dolls on Netflix.
Goku dolls
One of the
looks
ugliest things you will
terrible,
see, but I died
so
laughing
fucking
and
funny.
watched every single episode of it.
Yeah, because the story carries it.
And get a sex change. Like, what?
But understand this, like, we're living in a generation now where the newcomers in anime, they're not going to give it a second chance if the art is not looking nice. Yeah. We become victims to that too sometimes, because we was like, all right, look at King's Ranking. We looked at that cover art, was like, what is this?
No, don't say we, ma'am. Don't say we. I looked at that cover art and said, hell yeah, I'm there. I was ready when the first episode dropped.
I'll watch episode 1, but I plan on dropping it immediately.
All right, there it is.
No,
there it is.
I saw that and I knew it was going to be gold. I saw it and said, they're doing this art style for that kind of story? Yep, they're onto something.
All right, perfect.
I read the premise of the story, and I was super excited for it. Then I saw the cover art, and I was like, I don't know. And then I watched episode 1, and like 3 minutes in, I was like, all right. And then like the end of the episode, I was like, let's go. Yeah, King's Ranking forever. Oh my God, yes.
It's good. Not to mention, I'm just going to say this. The art style for the manga, it's not what, you know what it is? Art style is art style, right? It's just that you wouldn't expect that type of art style for that type of story.
That's what made me so interested. Because I saw the premise is like, oh, so it's another kind of like fighting battle, a little political.
All right, Bree wants credit. Bree wants credit. Here's the cookie.
I do. You got me credit because I was willing to lay my heart down for it on the start. Like, I don't even need the first episode. It's like this right here. Yeah, that's happening. Something like Odd Taxi. Yeah, I was on the fence. I was like, huh. See? A little odd. It's about a taxi. I was shaking until I saw, but King's Ranking, I will say I knew.
Okay. But see, that's the thing. That's all right. You see with us, we might give it a try. But for people who coming in who Demon Slayer might be their first anime, you're gonna be like, okay, you know what? If the art style isn't really kicking, I don't know if I'm going to give this a try. So you wait for the ratings, you wait for people to talk about it, and then you're like, okay, I'm going to go see it. But ladies and gentlemen, you don't even have to do that. If you tune into Black Ramen Podcast, we're going to tell you what's popping. We're going to tell you what you need to drop. We're going to tell you what you need to go back and see. Because you don't need to wait on TikTok. You don't need to wait on Instagram. You don't even need to wait on Twitter. Just go on, press follow, press subscribe to our YouTube channel, follow on our Instagram, and we will tell you what's popping. You don't got to waste your time. We know what you want. We know what you need, and you can thank us later. So now,
especially,
we have the electrolytes. It's what you crave.
There it is. There it is.
But speaking of telling them what they want, what they need, y'all, we haven't given you the peak of the season. We haven't given you that spicy ramen packet, a little bit of extra flavor that just makes it all pop. Because all of us wanted to do this one, but not one of us was willing to give it up. So we decided we'll all do this together. What we are most looking forward to this season, and individuals as a collective, we saw the trailer and we said, hell yes. We saw the first episode and we said, oh my god, I was so right. Me and Derby saw the second episode and we're just ready to bow down. I am willing to trust this one with my life right now. And that title is My Dress Up Darling. Oh. Y'all, it was just so cute. So I love anime that do subject matter you don't normally see, specifically subject matter that might be about the arts. So for example, anime about making manga, love it, because that was Bakuman. Anime about fashion brands, Smile Down the Runway, love it. But now we have an anime about cosplay? So immediately beautiful. I loved the idea of it, like, yes, I want to watch that. And yo, it did not disappoint. It really didn't.
No, it didn't. It
definitely
delivered.
I need to track down so many cosplayers and just say, yo, you watching this? Yo, is this real for how you started out? Like, I just need to know. Like, did you have this book? You know, did you fuck up like your first cosplay this bad? Like, I have questions. I have questions I need answered now.
It's
and I'm very excited.
I love it. To be honest with you, I wasn't expecting it to be this good. When I saw the trailer, all right, y'all know, what's that anime? Love is War. Okay, so you know, yes,
season 3 coming out next season.
You know, the dance, the ending. All right, so we all know that we all know that dance, and we know how the CGI. We know how the CGI is implemented in there, right? While she's dancing. This is the ending, so I expect them to go hard for Love is War. But the first episode in Dress Up Darling, right? I hope I'm saying it right. The first episode, when Shorty gets the answers that she's looking for, and she decides to just dance all around in the sewing room, I'm like, this is a real body. Who is choreographing her being so happy? That's the image I was like, first of all the money, all the budget went into this particular dance. I know for a fact, if these motherfuckers are not reported for not paying taxes, I'm going to be very, very, very highly surprised. I'm just going to say that. This show, and then top it off, I thought they were going to drop the ball because, again, it's Cloverworks. Cloverworks is known for doing shitty shit, like get your hopes up and then fuck you up later. Like, they known for doing that.
That's for season 2s. That's for season 2s.
All right,
season 1s, they knock it out the park.
All right. But still, I'm still like, damn. So please, somebody pick this up for season 2. Don't let Cloverworks do it. My heart couldn't take it. But I feel like this is such a beautiful, beautiful anime. Like, this is one of those animes that's gonna go down as like just being just pure bliss. This is a nice change of pace. This is like a real slice of life with I just can't explain how good it is. Like, I love the main character. I don't even know who the main character is because both of them just look so beautiful. Both of them are just doing it.
It's both of them.
It's both of them. Okay.
Both of them.
Yeah.
Like, even the dolls. The dolls
she knocked down that nerd, that dude who tried to call her shit lame.
See, that's exactly it. She is such a perfect example of how we can be bad bitches as nerds. It is so great because a lot of times, most of the time when you see a nerd in anime, they're like slightly creepy. They're very otaku-like. They're more like the main dude in this. But she is bold. She is proud. it shows that there's one scene where a guy comes up and tries to hit on her, and he sees that she has a little clip of her favorite anime on her back. He's like, oh, you like that silly stuff? And she shuts him down right there, and later says, okay, who the fuck is he coming up to me, seeing I clearly like something, and then talking shit about it? No, goodbye, I'm sorry. She is such a perfect example, because every time it shows her talking about her favorite show, her eyes just glaze over, and she starts running her mouth for love on it.
Right.
When she starts jumping and doing that dance you love, I know for a fact she learned that from her favorite anime. That's all she was doing. She was doing an anime dance.
She had to.
I love the interaction between both of them, because even him, like, as antisocial as he is, yo, he's that perfect example of what happens when you run into an antisocial nerd who forgets that he's antisocial. Because now we're talking about shit that we both like. Like, we're talking about sewing? Let's get into it. Like, I forgot you're just this hot chick that I usually would never have the smallest inkling of confidence to breathe the same air as. Like, you being in the classroom confuses my existence.
Until we talk about sewing.
He forgets she's hot so many times.
Yo, the fact that she put on the cosplay that did not fit her. Wait, first of all, the anticipation of when Shorty took off her clothes and was putting on the cosplay, he was like, oh my God, the hottest girl in this school is putting on clothes in front of me. Hold on. And then when he turns around, she says, okay, you could turn around. This dude went into just bashing Shorty, but in the most professional way ever.
Yeah,
but she had her boobs hanging out, and he didn't even see them.
He didn't even care. He didn't care about the panties. Oh, well, ladies and gentlemen, you get panty shots in this 24/7. But the fact that he went in and said, first of all, where's your measurements? Why the lining is like this? Did you not, was this for you? Did you really do this yourself? Who said, what kind of fabric? You wasted a lot of fabric for just this part of the top of the dress. Well, oh my God, I can't even think we could salvage this. Mind you, he's saying all this and Shorty is like tearing up a little bit. Like her song was broken. Emotional damage, ladies and gentlemen. Emotional damage. Like she didn't even like, when she put it on, she was a little happy because she was like, this is my first attempt to making this cosplay.
How'd I do?
First attempt on what?
First attempt is garbage.
On what? Who? First of all, he felt sorry for the fabric more than for her. Like, I was just like, yo, he went on. Ladies and gentlemen, he went on for 2 minutes and 68, maybe 53 seconds on insulting this girl about how she sewed. And then when the tear just dropped, he said, oh, my bad. I said too much. I'm so sorry. I was just like, yo, you can't be serious. I don't know.
That's what I mean. Like, yo, just all the facades of society just disappeared because now we're talking about real shit. We talking about shit that we're actually into. Like, I no longer care that you're the hot chick. I just care that, yo, we sewing now. Let's get down to business. All right, let's get serious about this.
And Patty mentioned before, there are some panty shots, but guys, this is the most tasteful ecchi I have ever seen.
Ain't it though?
It always makes sense. There are plenty of booty and butt shots, and I'm not offended. I was looking and saying, in my mind, dang, that's nice. And also, yeah, that was just so beautifully put. That's not a pervy shot. That is now a work of art, ladies and gentlemen.
I'm just going to say this real quick.
And you know what? I said this to them before when we're meeting, discussing what we're going to talk about this episode. But I feel like those panty shots and pictures of her booty are necessary. And they are necessary because this is a cosplay anime. And she is a hot, confident girl,
oh my God,
cosplaying her favorite sexy characters. And you know what? I never see a competent cosplayer who's afraid to show a little cheeks. Just a little bit of a booty at the bottom. That is just accurate.
I got into it.
These lovely cosplay goddesses know they got the body. They know their favorite anime characters got the body. And they look at themselves and said, ha, I can do that. They get their boob tape up. They get their cheeks on display. And they will go out in sub-zero temperatures rocking those outfits. Therefore, yes, I will allow the panty shots in this episode.
35 minutes.
In this anime in general.
Cosplay goddesses.
Let me just say this. I'm just going to say this real quick for the panty shots. Victoria's Secret could never. Because the way, I'm just going to say it, the way Clover works, put definition on that lace work. The lace work.
I was ready to go online and buy a pair. Looking at hers.
They don't make those.
That's cute.
They don't make those. They don't make them like this. They don't make them like this. I'm telling you. I'm telling you. Listen, when you get a nice pair of silk drawers, you walk a little different. It's smoother. It's nice. It's nice.
But you know what? Derby just made a good point. I would love a collab between like an underwear company and anime, who like just makes an anime where all the girls keep showing panty shots and boob shots, and then say, yeah, you want that set? You can buy it right here. I would buy that so fast.
It's an anime for everybody.
I go, bro.
Right? For horny dudes like myself, we get to enjoy the works of art from the cosplay goddesses, as Bree said. And for the women who just want to buy nice underwear, you get a nice advertisement that's also entertaining for 30 minutes.
Oh, wait, hold on. If Rihanna's listening, hey, Fenty Beauty, this is your calling. Fenty Beauty, this is your calling.
Make it happen.
Make it freaking happen.
I would buy it so fast.
Of course.
I'd watch every episode.
I mean, there are anime fashion collabs right now. They exist.
Did you see the Sailor Moon boots? With the bows? It's like ankle boots, and it has the gem in the back with the bows. All right, I'll send you a picture.
I'm just saying, there's a market for it, guys. You know we nerds are not afraid to spend money.
Look at all three of us. We're wearing anime merch right now.
All of us.
Now. Like, we will spend the money.
Exactly.
It's what I make them. Yo, I don't know if you ever watched this show, Gate. There's a main character in there, and he's like, yo, I work just to support my hobby. That's me.
That's me
It's
too.
the only reason I show up to not the office right now because COVID, but it's the only reason I turn on my computer every day. It's like, yo, I need money for anime merch and to keep my Crunchyroll subscription going. All right, that's the only reason y'all got me in this.
That is so true.
Y'all got me working.
That is so true.
If it wasn't for that, yo, I could figure out how to eat. All right, I'll find a way.
Listen, my boss just recently did a meeting with me. Was like, okay, so where you want to move up in the company? I was like, bitch, you know what? I came here for just to satisfy my merch collection. That's it. I just want to get my merch. I want to get my sneakers. I want to get my pins. I want to get my light. Like, this is, ladies and gentlemen, peep game and what we have on. This is something that we wear in the house. Can you imagine what we look like when we go outside? Can you imagine when we put our drip together and we go outside?
Yep.
This is light flex. This is not even, listen, this is, as Bree would say, this is not our final form. This is not our final form. So I appreciate this anime so much. This is definitely Black Ramen's spicy ramen packet of the season. Yeah. And I have high hopes for it. I just love the way they pay attention to detail. Me personally, like what makes me love anime so much is just the animation, the movement of everything, and just the artwork, the backgrounds, even the backgrounds, the silhouettes of everything. It just looks amazing. And it's, believe it or not, we may make fun about, panty shots, but they kind of, when you see them, it doesn't look like how can I explain it? It doesn't look like creepy. It just looks pretty. Well, it just looks pretty. Just saying.
There's that show World's End Harem where they are all creepy, but I enjoy World's End Harem. I'm not gonna lie.
I know you would.
Character, though.
But at least in Dress Up Doll, it's not offensive. It just looks nice. It fits the aesthetic. Yes. It fits the mood.
Oh no, it's wonderful.
I love how the main character, dude, he isn't a creep. All the time he's looking at himself, he's slapping across the face like, nope, get your shit together. Be professional here.
Yo, I feel so bad for that dude right there because I'm like, yo, how are you supposed to keep yourself together right now? Like,
episode 2 is hard for him. Y'all just go out. Episode 2
felt
released.
So bad. I was like, yo, she doesn't know what she's. Yo, I was so happy when she finally got embarrassed. I was like, all right, fine.
Oh, that was so beautifully animated, guys. When you want to see well done animation, it doesn't got to be a fight scene. Just look at episode 2, because at one point she gets shy, and the way she just pulls her hair to cover her face is so precious and beautifully drawn. Oh, God damn. So yeah, in case we haven't said this enough, I know we've been going on about it for a while. Watch Dress Up Darling. That is our highest hope for this season. The first 2 episodes did not disappoint.
Wait, one thing we forgot to mention. Wait, Bree, one thing we forgot to mention. I don't know if you guys noticed. The balance of this show. You got 2 styles of nerddom here. You got one nerd that don't give a fuck, and you got one nerd that's like, damn, I gotta keep this shit a secret. He tried his best. The gentleman, one of the main protagonists, he tried his best to keep everything a secret because he didn't want people to think he was a so-called, I don't know, freak or whatever.
Well, yeah, you know, he had that traumatic experience from when he was a kid.
Yeah, that little girl. Fuck that bitch. Anyway,
call him creepy.
So yeah,
like,
she needs to get stomped on.
That lives in the heart of, like, I want to say a lot of toxic fans. That's that moment that lives in their heart. There was some chick somewhere who called them creepy once, and it's like, yep, never talking about it again.
Never bringing this out. Never bringing this out.
No, I also love how both characters. Sorry, I know I said I was going to wrap this up, but one last thing. I love how both characters have hobbies that they're technically not supposed to like. Like, the main guy, his big thing is he likes painting dolls. His family runs a traditional Japanese doll shop for Hina dolls. And he loves painting them. So he had this trauma because, you know, a little girl, when he was a kid, called him creepy for liking dolls because boys don't like dolls. At the same time, the main girl, she doesn't just like anime. She likes straight up sexy, hentai, dirty, ahegao face arrow games. And at one point, the boy's like... I thought girls didn't like that. And she's like, screw that. Yeah, girls like this stuff too. And I love how they just come together on that. It's like, your gender doesn't matter for your hobbies. You can like it if you like it. And gosh darn. Okay, that's it. Guys, we got to stop.
All right.
We have more stuff we have to talk about.
Okay, cool. Let's just stop.
Like but I love it. Enjoy that show.
Yeah,
please watch.
It's our spicy ramen pocket. Please watch it. Okay, so I'm going to try to relax because this is my moment. I want to go on a rant. So
I mean, we warmed up enough.
Yeah, we warmed up enough. I'm gonna just let it go. So I spoke to Bree and Derby about what happened to me last week. So I have the pleasure of going to Clubhouse. I was in Clubhouse. If you guys don't know what Clubhouse is an app where you can converse with other people about stuff that you like. So I go there to look for other anime blurred otakus that we could talk anime shit about, right? So I am part of a group called Animalytical. Shout out to Animalytical. Shout out to Johnny. Shout out to Ashley, who are the co-founders of Animalytical. Shout out to everybody there. They have their podcast on Clubhouse, so if you want to pull up, you could pull up and then listen to the fun conversations that we had. So when I went there and we went around about asking questions and doing our hot takes for Tuesday, I decided to choose violence. So somebody made a statement and said that the only reason that Demon Slayer is very popular right now is because of the animation, meaning that the studio is carrying the series. I totally agree. Now, I said, yes, this is true, because Demon Slayer is your basic shonen. It's not bad. It's just is a good shonen. But would it be that great if ufotable did what they did to these fight scenes, did what they did with these dramatic backdrops, with these dramatic costume change, like the costumes? Not only that, paying attention to detail to that era, and especially to that red light district, and how that geisha walks with the sandals, with the shoes. There's a walk that you do that they usually do when they're in attendance, when they're walking down the street. Somebody holds their umbrella and they move their ankle a certain way, which Demon Slayer showed
these ankles, yeah,
in the episode, right? So I was like, damn. Think about it. Would it have been that awesome if they didn't put enough tension, if they didn't have the money and the type of skill to put emphasis on those details? Like, say, for instance, Dororo. Dororo is a good seinen shonen. If ufotable took that and did what they did to Demon Slayer, I think Dororo would have been top tier.
Oh, it would have been magical.
It would have been beautiful.
Well,
now, here's the thing.
main thing that killed Dororo was Amazon.
That is true too. But here's the thing, right? Not only was I dragged for making that statement, everybody in that room lined up one by one to get in order to tell me how wrong I was and how Demon Slayer is one of the top animes of all time and shit.
Oh
they
my
were really going
God.
in. When I tell you, and you know what? I had to sit there and take it because it's rude. I can't leave. So I'm listening to them making all their points saying, but, oh, it did this, that did this. I'm like, all the stuff that you're pointing and saying that they did was ufotable. Was ufotable. And then one disrespectful shit that I really can't stand is a nigga, an ashy lip nigga will always ask, well, did you read the manga? Suck my dick. Why are you asking me if I read the manga?
Like, talking about the anime.
Here's my thing.
I'm talking about the anime too, but when you say, did you read the manga, you're basically questioning my knowledge of this story. Like, I have no place to say what I'm saying because I'm not a fan like that because I didn't read the manga or I don't know what I'm talking about. Men who are listening to this, because 75% of our fan base are men, our listeners are men. So I'm going to tell you this. If a woman makes a statement about your favorite anime, do not, I repeat, do not. You don't want to get pussy? Tell them, ask them if they read the manga. I guarantee you, you'll get nothing. Nothing. Not a damn thing. Do not do that to a woman. So... yeah, that took a lot out of me that day.
I do have a quick statement on the do you read the manga? Like, yo, if you have to ask that, then my follow-up question would be, yo, why weren't you hyping this up when the manga finished? Like, this arc happened like a year ago. Where was all of this crazy hype? Like, yo, this crazy thing just happened. And, like, you didn't say that when that happened. So obviously, it's only the anime that's making you go, oh my god, this is so, like, alright, so ufotable. Like, you're wrong. Exactly. You're admitting that you're wrong, because you did not do this 2 years back when the manga went through this arc. Like, you didn't do this. Like, this wasn't this hype. Don't get me wrong. I enjoyed Demon Slayer. I loved the anime. I enjoyed the manga. I even enjoyed the ending to an extent. Mm-hmm. But yeah, like, yo, you can't just say, yo, did you read the manga and then not have had that same hype 1-2 years back. Like, if you were this hype since that happened, you get to say that. Right. All right? But I ain't see you on the internet doing that. I ain't see no videos from you. I ain't see no videos from anybody really going, oh my god, this is going to be the greatest thing. I can't wait to see it animated, but it's already amazing right now, and the animation really just needs to kind of add movement. That's it. If that's all that was happening, then yeah, you have a point. But other than that, you're wrong.
Yeah, on this podcast, we support Patty. I am entirely on her side. Because to be honest, I hope I said this before. I don't know. I'm not going to go back to see my exact words, but I thought Demon Slayer was good in 2019. It was a lot of fun. But I did not actually enjoy it that much. So I will put an asterisk by that. No, I did not read the manga. And I have not seen any part of Season 2. I've only seen Season 1 and Mugen Train. And it was alright. It was very pretty. But it just felt kind of basic. Because I'm more of a story person than really an animation person anyway. I can appreciate well-done animation. I think that was honestly the peak of it for me. But when I was watching, I was just pushing through because people told me, watch it, watch it, watch it. And then it hit episode 19. It's like, okay, I get why y'all told me to watch it. That was beautiful. But Demon Slayer is so big right now, not because it's goated, not because it's one of the greatest anime of all time. It was in the right place at the right time. The manga was pretty popular. Then they came out with a really pretty animation. And then COVID hit like a freaking train. So before COVID, people would watch Season 1. It got pretty good popularity. A lot of people liked it and were sharing it. Not goated, but it was a good anime, a good shonen, doing what it was. So it wasn't hitting like massive levels. It wasn't even really hitting Hero Academy status, I'd say. It certainly wasn't hitting Attack on Titan status. But when COVID hit, things shut down, and they made a movie. So when things shut down and they made a movie that finally came out, one of the only movies to be premiering that time, it already had a decently established fan base. It blew up because people needed entertainment. Honestly, ufotable and COVID made Demon Slayer. That was it. People went to see it. It kind of snowballed, got bigger and bigger, and now they're saying it's greatest, one of the best anime. No, because you know what? The storyline, and I'd even say the characters, just aren't there for me. After seeing one full season, I didn't read the manga, I haven't seen Season 2, I wasn't really impressed with the storyline or anything. Because fighting monsters, I don't know, like Jujutsu Kaisen's doing it better. the entire like sibling dynamic. Oh no, my sibling, something terrible happened. Their body was altered, and I want to get them back to how they were before. Does it sound familiar? Sound familiar? Full Metal Alchemist did it so much better.
Yeah, they did.
And heck, I would even say, I don't know, Derby's going to disagree, but No Game No Life did siblings better too, because it made two interesting siblings who both have their own personalities or dynamics and get developed over the course of a season, or in Full Metal Alchemist case, multiple seasons. Nezuko is hardly a character. She is the main character's pet, not sister. She is a cute pet that'll sometimes come out and growl when people are bullying him. Tanjiro? Yeah, he's nice. He's fighting demons. I want to rescue my sister. And then, I don't know. It's good. It's good. I'm only bashing it so hard right now because people are saying, oh my god, it's so amazing.
Right.
Judging by the anime alone, after one full season, I don't see so amazing. I see it was freaking beautiful. The waves and the water technique looked so nice when they were animated. That fire dance in episode 19, great. That song, da 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 da. Yeah, beautiful, wonderful. I loved it. But it's not the story itself.
No.
That had people hooked. It was the timing. It's the animation that gave it a lot of hype. It was good before, but I don't think it would have lasted with this much hype or been really recorded as anything more than a pretty good shonen anime. If it wasn't for those other factors.
Yeah. Not only that, I feel like it feels like it came around like the turning of a generation. So like Gen Z is finally like really getting into like their coming of age to start really getting into anime. And this is, as we always say, this is going to be a lot of people's first. Demon Slayer is going to be a lot of people's first. So it's gonna hold the weight of like a Naruto and a Bleach. Like, yo, this was the first thing that I saw that made me go, yo, anime is fucking dope. Like you said, yo, Full Metal did it better, but some people have not seen Full Metal because Demon Slayer is where they started. Like, you need to understand.
I think that's true.
We all need to understand that.
Naruto, we have One Piece back for our generation. Gosh, I'm making me feel old. But what they have now is Hero Academy, Jujutsu Kaisen, Demon Slayer. I won't say big three because that term is overused and doesn't really apply. But those are the big mainstream shonen titles that are dropping around similarly timed for a new generation of anime fans.
Exactly. So a lot of them are just seeing it and going, yeah, this is the best, this is the peak. And then they're going back. And some are turning around and going, oh shit, yeah, this was done better. And some are looking back and going, no, I like Demon Slayer better because it's updated and looks like, yo, I'm about to out myself right now. Like, yo, I watched Star Wars a few years ago. Finally watched like all 6. And I kind of enjoyed like the prequels better simply because they looked better. It's like that was my only justification.
I mean, that's what
I was like, yo,
they
look better, so that's what I like more. And they're like, no. See, the costumes. I'm like, I like the CG better. That's all it took. It's just the art was a little better, so I like that one better. That's it.
So,
and that's gonna happen with our anime. Like, a lot of people are gonna look at Demon Slayer and go, looks better than Full Metal, so I like Demon Slayer more.
I mean, that's what we had. Remember when Attack on Titan came out, when Mappa picked it up, a lot of people were criticizing it and comparing it to Demon Slayer. Remember that? I was like, they need to do what ufotable is doing. And I'm like, and another thing too.
Taxes.
Let me just say this. There was a girl that was also on Clubhouse who said that the statement was kind of disrespectful to other studios, saying that only ufotable can do it. Because she says what we're initially saying is that only ufotable can do great work. If you're saying that ufotable's carrying the anime. So first of all, let's make it clear. Ufotable's not paying taxes. So if ufotable was paying taxes and paying their employees, because I'm pretty sure they're not paying their employees, they would still be in the playing field with everybody else. But I'm not saying, let me just say this. I'm not taking it away from other studios. All these studios that we praise, they do have their points that they specialize in this area, and this area. When I mean this area, I mean fight scenes. When I mean this area, I do mean movement. When I say this area, I do mean maybe the studio has a great track record of playing their soundtracks and aligning it with the movement of the character. The design, the character design work. Everybody has their own expertise of what they do when it comes to studio work. I'm not taking away from anything. Dororo was able to be good, right? It was, to me, it was great, but it was really, really great. But what they did was they maintained the art style to pay tribute to the anime that it came from, because Dororo is a remake. Dororo was one of the first black and white animes. So with the art style, they wanted to still pay tribute to the creator who made Dororo. It came out in the 70s, which I can respect that. Now, if we did it to a point where Ufotable took it and put in the same money that they kept for themselves to put into this anime that they did with Demon Slayer, I think it would have been... Nah, we know what it is. This nigga's doing hard time. This nigga got
allegedly.
He's doing time. He's not in
that's
jail.
The CEO, but we talking about the whole studio. So let's just cover our bases. We ain't got the money to be sued.
All right, cool. So
yeah, but the people know what we mean.
Yeah, y'all know what I mean.
We're just saying that to cover legal bases. That's all. Allegedly.
Allegedly. So my thing is, if they would have put the same energy, if all these studios had the opportunities to put the same energy as far as like money, time into the animes that they had in control of for that season, it would have been top tier. Remember, we got to think about money. We got to think about time. Also, we got to think about the labor too. We don't know what conditions these studios are putting all these employees under. Like, shout out RDC World. They made a video about how these studios are really working. Like, none of these niggas are going home. None of these people are going home. And looking at the conditions where they're working at, man, it's a lot, bro. It's a lot. And it just so happens that Ufotable was able to shave around the edges just to make sure they did what they did with this. And they, like I said, Ufotable has a track record of not paying taxes. Every year when a Fate series comes out, they taxes, whatever they put in sounds a little shaky, because this is not the first time we heard that, hey, IRS is knocking at that door. It's not the first. And I guarantee you it won't be the last, because what they're getting from this, like, did you see the last episode was breathtaking. The choreography of these fight scenes were immaculate. But like I said, Demon Slayer, and we might lose a lot of fans for this, Demon Slayer is good. We're not saying that it's bad. It's good.
Not at all. I love it.
But it's good. But let's be perfectly clear.
Got Demon Slayer posters in my room.
If it wasn't for Ufotable doing what they're doing illegally, we would not be on here talking about this the way it is. It would not be. Mind you, the manga was good. It was good, but the manga sales went up after the seasons were released. Let's be perfectly clear.
That's the point of anime. But
yes, it is, but not what Cloverwork was
specifically the movie. After the movie, yeah, they had good sales, steadily growing, but it shot up so fast, so hard, immediately, in a way that is not normal for most manga sales. Even when they get an anime, this growth was ridiculous.
Yeah, it was.
And that tells you something. It tells you clearly why.
Yeah, it did. Because like Derby said, nobody was preaching how great this manga was.
Not at all.
On the internet. Like, it wasn't.
I'm sure there were some people among their friends saying, yo, this is the greatest thing ever. But it wasn't like this mainstream thing where yo, Chainsaw Man has more hype than Demon Slayer has.
Yes, it does.
And that anime is not out. Like, when Demon Slayer came out, I feel like I remember specifically, I heard the title, I did not look at the synopsis, and I heard the title and I'm like, that sounds kind of silly. But, it not so much silly, but like as something I've seen before. I've seen demons getting slayed before in anime. But fuck it, I'll turn it on. And I'm like, oh shit, this is pleasantly surprising. This is really good. Mm-hmm. But there was no massive hype like, yo, you gotta watch Demon Slayer when it comes out. Chainsaw Man right now, like, yo, Chainsaw Man is like, yo, we're all like, yo, you gotta watch this. Yo, Spy Family right now. we're all like, yo, you gotta watch this
Number one.
soon as it drops. As
Yes.
soon as it touches Crunchyroll Scream or Funimation, whoever the fuck gets the rights, I don't know. You gotta watch immediately.
Yeah, you were talking about that one before you even knew it was getting an anime.
2 years
Yo,
ago.
that's
2 years
it
ago.
had like 10 chapters, and I was like, yo,
This shit
Spice
is good.
Family, let's
2
go.
years ago, this
Demon
shit was
Slayer,
popping.
I heard nothing
About it. You know when I heard about
Nothing
Demon Slayer,
whatsoever.
the manga, a week before it was being released. You know who told me about it? Dimitri from our chat. Dimitri was like, "Oh, Demon Slayer about to get an anime." I'm like, "Demon what? What is this?" So I sat there and I read it.
Didn't know.
I never heard of Demon Slayer. Not to mention that, there was no hashtag for it. It wasn't really popping like mainstream, like what Derby said. But here, ladies and gentlemen, there's nothing wrong with the fact that the animation is carrying the story. Like I said, we still give the shit credit. Before you start to unfollow us on Instagram, listen to what we're saying. Demon Slayer is good. It is good. And the animation studio, ufotable, praise ufotable, because they did not give a fuck. They didn't give a fuck. They decided to put all their eggs in a basket and said, we're doing this. We are changing the game. We're not discrediting other studios. We're not doing that. It's just, you got to give credit where credit is due. They really sat there and took all the funds, never cared about people sleeping, everybody working 12-hour shifts, and making sure that this movie and this series comes out the way it's getting. And they made sure that the soundtrack is popping. They got Lisa. So what I'm saying is, and another thing too, there's a stigma behind mid. Let's give a definition of mid. The title for mid, like if you label an anime mid, it doesn't necessarily mean that it's bad. Ladies and gentlemen, stop going there. If it's mid, it's still enjoyable. It's still a good watch.
Yo, here's the thing. I feel like the dilemma with the stigma for mid is like too many people use mid a little too loosely. Like, I wouldn't call Demon Slayer mid anime. Like, not for a second. Like, Demon Slayer is a good anime. It's not the greatest of all time. That's our issue. Like, to just say, like, everybody's just constantly calling things mid, and I'm like, no, that's good. You may not like it, but it's still a good show. And then mid is like, for me, mid is like,
Isekai trash feels mid to me. Yeah, like
exactly,
it's been done before, we've seen it before. It did a good job of it, but it's nothing groundbreaking. It's nothing earth-shattering. Demon Slayer did break some ground. It's above mid. It is a premise we've seen before, style we've heard before. It was just executed very well to pull it
by the studio.
Mid.
By the studio. Let's make it.
I think it already starts above mid. It goes into great by the studio. But it's not greatest of all time still. Like,
yeah, even with the studio, it's not greatest of all time. Especially because I feel like animation isn't enough to make it last 5-10 years down the road. Because what happens is animation gets better. No one remembers Full Metal Alchemist for its great animation. They remember it for its great story and great execution and pacing. Demon Slayer, if it's just animation, it's not going to survive long enough because it's just not unique enough to stick in people's brains as something.
I kind of like it. Full Metal, I kind of like it.
The animation
I like the animation. I like the animation.
No, that's not the argument, Patty. We like the animation for Full Metal, but Full Metal animation is not what you remember Full Metal for. Mm-hmm. You remember Full Metal for the story, for the characters having to go through the struggle of having to join the military and shit. You remember Nina. You know?
Oh,
exactly. Like,
yeah, even now, you say Nina and I just...
moments.
My heart rips.
Exactly. See?
Is there a Nina moment in Demon Slayer?
Not at all.
Nah. But, I mean,
I guess Akasa's backstory, but we haven't even gotten to that in anime.
No, we haven't. But I'm just saying there's nothing wrong with it. Like I said, there's nothing wrong with it. The fact that it opens a lot of doors for a lot of new anime watchers and manga readers, I'm grateful for, because I'm excited. I love this, because with that we get more listeners. Hey y'all. And because of that, we get a lot more supply and demand. So now these animes, these studios that are now seeing that, hey, there's people that got wallets out there that want to give us our money. Hey, let's put out some good shit. But like I said, what I'm worried for, I don't want them to compromise story over animation and over fight scenes. I personally, I'm a woman of age, and sometimes I get tired. So I just want to see a good story that can move me emotionally. I don't want to be hype, jumping up and down on my couch all the time because the fight scene is fire. No, like, take your time, sip on some tea. Yeah, true. So I'm not saying this to bash Demon Slayer. We're not bashing Demon Slayer at all. We're just stating with us. This is what this is our. I mean, it's facts. It's facts. This is what we're stating.
I've made it clear. I love Demon Slayer. I enjoy every second of it.
I like it too. I'm just making, like, we totally made an episode defending, saying that the creator of Demon Slayer should have more money for the movie. This is what we do, right? We're stating what we believe to be facts. I could say, like, you know what I'm saying? What we believe. So it's like, we're not taking away from the fact that the anime is good. The anime is great. The anime is phenomenal. But just keep in mind that most of that credit should go to fucking, like, another one example, and I'm just gonna get off. That credit goes to the studio, and one example for that is episode 19. Go ahead, look up the chapter in the manga for episode 19. Tell me if it hits the same way that it hit for the anime. Yes, I know. Granted, this is movement. It's kind of different, but as far as story, as far as you listening to seeing Tanjiro,
he doesn't even win the fight.
I mean, think about it.
He doesn't win the fight. Like, what?
No, but think about
fight he lost.
Yeah, but think about the transition when he does finally
that's what
get
I'm saying. In the manga, and the show, he doesn't win.
No,
it's not that entertaining.
You don't need to win a fight for it to be good.
Looks so fucking good.
It does look good.
True. No, but I'm saying, like even with the fight with Orsted from Jobless Reincarnation, it doesn't look that good in the manga. It's cool, but in the anime, oh my god. Yo, I made phone calls.
No, but all right.
I'm like, yo, Patty, you see this?
Yeah,
yo, go watch this. Call me back.
No. I definitely called you back in 20 minutes. But no, what I'm saying is, it's not just the fight scene. I'm talking about the emotion that it carried, as far as when Nezuko was upside down and her mother woke her up, saying that you got to get up, you got to get up. All those emotions that came in. And granted, I know it's hard to compare the manga to the animation, but hear me out. If story was such a big, important cue for this anime to be great, the manga right there for that chapter would have been a standalone. But it wasn't. I don't know. Maybe I'm comparing apples and oranges. I don't know.
Nah.
All I'm saying is that emotion that episode 19 broke the internet was all due to the studio. I'm just saying.
I agree. Yeah, look. I'm not saying it should, like, yo, when I said earlier, like, yo, the manga should have been hyped on, I'm not saying it should have been on the same scale. Like, because I get it. The manga is just not going to compare with the anime, especially if the anime is doing great work. But it should have been there. There should have been some hype around it that showed up, like, on, like, one or two, like,
yeah, it was just another good shonen getting an anime.
Every, like, 2 or 10. Like, 2 out of 10 platforms should have mentioned, oh, yo, Demon Slayer coming out. Y'all should look out for it. That's all I wanted. And then I would have been like, yo, you know what? That dude got a point. It's not the studio carrying it. But that's not what happened. Is once the anime came out and then episode 19 hit and that broke the internet and then COVID hit and then the movie came out and then that broke the internet as well. Then suddenly Demon Slayer is this super hype train that is like, yo, nah, everybody love, like, no, we all like it, we all love it, but it's not the greatest of all time.
And honestly, between season 1 and the movie, I feel like it died down a lot. People weren't still screaming about it. Between those two parts, you saw it dip again.
It did. It died down. But, you know, I digress. We are Demon Slayer fans. We're not. Okay, me and Derby are Demon Slayer
2 out of 3. Still
fans. Which is fine. Which is fine. We still win because, you know,
that's
she's
a
just
25%. Grade, last I checked.
Yes, it is. You just a 25%. You don't count. So
that's not how
33.3. Thanks.
All right, you got it. But I'm just saying, like I said before, this is not a bash. This is just what we consider to be, like, this is the truth. What we believe in. So if you guys have any objections, ladies and gentlemen, you are more than welcome to write to us at blackramenpodcast@gmail.com. Please put in the subject section, Demon Slayer is popping. And we'll read your emails on the air. and we'll answer your
Also
questions,
leave-
make your points, and we'll definitely talk to you. We'll definitely talk about it on the air. But
Also,
yeah,
leave whatever tag you want to be called by, because I refuse to like call people's governments out.
true.
Because I don't know if that's what you wanted. And
Yeah.
I'd rather not take the chance.
So if you have an IG, if you want us to say your IG, oh, well, just a tag, because
Something you want to be called. Yeah.
right. So if you don't have no problem with us tagging your IG, because I like to make clips and I like to put them on Instagram and Twitter, so people know that you were the one that left the comment. They should follow you, because most definitely we appreciate you taking the time writing the emails and that you listen to us. So yeah, we want to shout you out. So it's totally up to you. Please let us be aware of how you want us to tag you, because safety is number one, and trolls are out here like it's nothing. In full effect. So we're gonna go into our Ask Black Ramen. Definitely, I want to shout out. I spoke to Cody, so Cody's cool with us saying his name, Cody. I'm not gonna say his last name. This is Cody.
Nope.
Thank you, Cody, for being a listener. Thank you, Cody, for being on our lives. Thank you for following us on Instagram, and we appreciate the time you took to actually write to us, because this is not your first email, and we love you for this. Thank you so much. So, Bree, go ahead and read, because she has the beautiful voice, that anchor woman voice. Go ahead and tell us what Cody wrote for us.
All right, so here's the Ask Black Ramen question from Cody. Out of these four, which one would make a better anime? The Mighty Morphin Power Rangers, The Grim Adventures of Billy and Mandy, Adventure Time, or Ben 10? And why would they make a better anime?
So,
first I want to preface stuff by saying, what is an anime? Because before we discuss this question, we have to at least focus on what do we mean when we say an anime here. So when I'm thinking, obviously an animated series with, I would say, continuous storyline for the sake of this argument right now. So continuous storyline in a traditional anime art style with more realistic than cartoony figures. Again, this is not my overall forever definition of anime, but for this question, that's what we're thinking. Adapt the art style so it's more like the straightforward anime art style you'd think of, as opposed to cartoony, and a continuous series and not purely episodic.
Mm-hmm.
So, under that definition, I feel like Ben 10 I'd want to eliminate right off the bat, because it kind of practically is an anime at this point. Not much would have to change. Something what would be adapted and suddenly like, oh my god, it's incredible. Ben 10 is already there, so you wouldn't change much, because it already has less of a cartoony style and more like upright vertical figures than, say, Adventure Time and Billy and Mandy. So the art wouldn't change very much. They just might put a little bit more budget into it. I think I've only seen a bit of Ben 10, but the storyline already is pretty continuous. You have big villains. And I'm going to say this, but Ben 10's kind of a magical girl a little bit. Monster shows up, is like, okay! He uses his bracelet and has a little transformation sequence. I'm sorry. Show me where I'm wrong.
But that's just Digimon. Every Power Ranger is technically a magical girl by that definition. It's like
Magical Squad. There is like a definition for that. But yeah, so I might kick out Power Rangers too, just because I wouldn't see enough of a change that makes me look at it different. So my vote, honestly, is going for Billy and Mandy. One, because I feel like they'd make the Grim Reaper look really sexy with the great, like, Michael J. Tatum status voice actor.
No. He still has to have that Jamaican accent.
Like,
no.
Hold on.
No, I want the Jamaican voice
like
accent.
Ryuk? I always imagined that he would just look like Ryuk from Death Note. Like, it'd be a similar style like that.
Just keep the accent. I'm sorry.
Well, I can see it being, like, kind of gritty. Still keeping that comedy. I'd love to see them in more realistic figures. Billy would still be a dumbass, and it would be great. Mandy would be, like, such a nasty, bitchy girl, and I love it. So I would honestly think Billy and Mandy would make an amazing, like, continuous storyline as they're constantly fighting against the Grim Reaper. Like, out-tricking the Grim Reaper to keep their lives, and the Grim Reaper's going after them, and how that's just the entire season 1. Until they end up enslaving the Grim Reaper for their purposes. I would love it. I would love to see a continuous storyline from such a well-known and loved episodic cartoon.
So, for me, I don't need a continuous storyline for it to be an anime, because we have slice of life where they're just people fucking around. Like Nishijo was that chick on her way to school. I forgot her full name. I think it's like Chibi or something. On her way to school. Chibi's like school road or whatever the fuck it's called. So I do have to agree. Not Adventure Time. Billy and Mandy. Sorry, I've been drinking a lot of soju. Leave me alone. So Billy and Mandy, I think, would make the best one, mainly because we've seen like the Power Ranger stuff before. Like they have it in anime already, so it's like I don't need like new Power Rangers anime. Like Samurai Flamenco was more than enough for me. So yeah, Billy and Mandy, I think, would be the best one because you have, like Bree said, you're gritty, you have comedy, you have everything that you need to make like a different, interesting anime. So just imagine, I imagine Death Note, but instead of trying to take out the world, they're just trying to keep the Shinigami from killing them, and yeah, it would be hilarious. So that's my choice.
Okay, well, first of all, I'm kind of pissed that Bree didn't read the PS that Cody wrote.
I'll read the PS. It was nice, but I thought that was like a little private message for us. Fine. In Cody's Ask Rock Ramen email, he had a PS that say, may the melanated gods bless you and your family. Subscribe to Black Ramen Podcast on YouTube. Thank you, Cody.
Appreciate
I was like keeping that as a little like warm note to my heart, but fine, if you want to show it to everyone.
Yes!
Share it.
That's what I am. And what they call that? A flamingo. I like to show all my... What's that shit that they...
I think you meant
Peacock.
in short.
Okay, I'm a peacock. I want to show off all my shit. Sorry. Wrong bird.
But Patty, what's your answer? Which one?
So, yeah, I would have to go with the Grim Adventures of Billy and Mandy.
It's the choice.
Mighty Morphin Power Rangers is already Japanese filled. Like, it has that anime... shonen transformation essence in it already. Would it make a good anime? Overdone.
Yeah, but it's already been made into an anime.
Yeah, overdone.
So there's no need to make it again.
Nah, it's overdone.
Same with Ben 10. Like we've seen superheroes.
Yeah, with fancy watches or rings. I'm sorry, we're good. But Adventure Time, I think Adventure Time has more of a cartoon vibe. I would leave it where it is but because it wouldn't be Adventure Time if it wasn't that type of element. Like it wouldn't hit so hard if it wasn't that.
It really is tied to the art style. Kind of like how One Piece is really tied to its art style.
Exactly. But the Adventures of Grimm...
I feel like Adventure Time could work. Kind of like a Crayon Shin-Chan type show.
Yeah, but at that point, you're not really changing it as much. Like, yeah, it's anime. When you say it's an anime now, what are you changing? Or adapting to a different form?
Not to mention,
It'd still just be Adventure Time, just drawn in an anime style. Got it.
Right. And, but, Billy and Mandy, yo, that show hit. It mostly hit for Mandy and because of Mandy, but when I tell you the Grim Reaper with that accent, yo, nobody could tell me nothing. That's a Jamaican accent. Hey, Jamaican.
I feel like a lot of Cartoon Network shows could work because I kind of want to see Johnny Bravo as an anime.
No, Johnny Bravo
I just
is
thought
an
about
anime.
it and I'm like, yo, I would love that so much.
Yeah, that would be awesome.
Dexter's Lab as an anime? Come on. What?
Yes. Powerpuff Girls already give me magical girl vibes.
There is Powerpuff Girls. Demashita Powerpuff Girls Z.
Oh, there it is. There it is.
Yeah, it exists. I love their transformations. It's so great. Because they pretty much added transformations to Powerpuff Girls. And, top notch.
So, yeah.
Really? That sounds good.
So, yeah, I'm ignoring your question, and I want Johnny Bravo.
Okay.
I know there was a Ed and Eddie, fan-made trailer. I don't know if y'all have seen that. It looks amazing, and I want it too. Kids Next Door would work. Honestly, a good amount of Cartoon Network's catalog would work.
No,
but yeah,
hold up. Kids Next Door, that's a good anime.
Yeah, that shit would be an amazing anime. What?
Awesome. Number 2?
Yo,
you heard the backstory of number 2?
Are you kidding me?
Number 5, yeah.
Who's number 5? With the green sweater?
No, that's the black one.
Oh, I thought number 2 was the black one.
No, number 2 is the pilot.
Number 2 is the nerd.
Oh, okay.
Glasses in the black one?
All right, number 5. First of all, shout out to her voice actress. She voiced every black anime character in the world. What's her name? I forgot her name, but I have her picture on the video. You know her. She's done everything. She's a goddess. Thank you so much for your contribution to the voice acting community. Psst. She's also was one of the main characters in A Different World. So, yeah, her, I heard there was a backstory, right? It might have been a fan story that she was the reason number 1 became number 1. She would have been number 1 if she was white. That's what they were saying.
She would have been. Number 5 could have taken charge easily. She was just letting number 1
at any
happen.
point.
Yeah, that's what they were saying. That's what they were saying. And I was like, yo. And another backstory that we never got a chance to understand, like Ed, and Eddie. Everybody was saying Ed, and Eddie are the same people but different realms.
What?
And all of them, and they're all of them.
And they just
You see why
in the same place
from different universes, right? And the reason they all have blue tongues
somewhere.
It looks good. And the reason why they all have blue tongues is because they're dead.
They always have that. Anytime you have a show about kids, they're always dead. That's just like a common theory. Anytime you have young kids and they don't feel like aging them up, it's because they're already dead. And that's why they never leave the cul-de-sac.
But how they die is great. How they die it's not great, but it makes for a good story. Like how their backstory is. I'm a sick bitch. I'm sorry, ladies and gentlemen. But the way that they broke down on their deaths and why they are the way they are, like one had a father that was very abusive, and that's why he's like the way he is.
Yo.
Like that.
Jesus.
Yo, this is TikTok.
Look,
this is fucking TikTok.
I'm gonna leave Ed and Eddie where they are. They're just kids who want to buy candy and they have no money. That's where I leave it. All right. Joe breakers the size of their heads.
Yeah.
So with that, and shout out to the one kid with the braces that was doing the riding.
Jimmy.
Oh,
wait, is that
Jimmy?
one Jimmy?
Yeah,
that's
is it Jimmy? Yeah, it's Jimmy. I know Jimmy. So with that, I guess that's all 3. We all picked Grim Adventures of Billy and Mandy.
Grim
right?
Adventures and Codename Kids Next Door. That wasn't on the list.
And Johnny Bravo.
And Johnny Bravo.
Oh my God. Yo, how funny would Johnny Bravo be? Come on. Like, what?
It would be hilarious.
So fucking funny.
It would be. So thank you so much, Cody, for this question. Ladies and gentlemen, you can email us too at AskBlackRamen. At blackramenpodcast@gmail.com. Make sure
That's
subject title Ask Black Ramen. We will definitely read your emails on the air. Not to mention, please give us your AKAs or give us permission to tag you if you have an IG or whatever, just so we could be safe.
Yeah, honestly, if we don't get anything, we'll probably just read like whatever your email is without like which email it is. So we'll just ignore the at part.
Yeah, because the trolls. Definitely because of the
trolls. It's really just because of trolls. Like, we don't want you to be trolled for any reason.
So, any final words?
Yeah, watch Dress Up Darling. That's really it. Like,
took the words right out of my mouth. Watch Dress Up Darling.
Like, that's our one for the season.
All right.
And keep watching anime.
And keep watching anime. And we're now on season 3, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you for rocking with us. Thank you for still being here. Happy New Year, and please stay safe. Get vaccinated. Get freaking vaccinated. I can't stress that enough.
If you gotta open your 5th grade bio book to refresh on vaccines first, do that. But yo, stop. Stop. Word. You're not that smart. All right, I'm not that smart. Listen to the smart people. Like that's all you gotta do.
All right. With that being said, ladies and gentlemen, peace.
Bye.